Hey, I'm Mark, third year illustration student here at OCAD. Earlier this year, February 26th, I remember the day, my childhood home burned down. It's been my place of residence for 20 years. I got the phone call from my neighbor. I was out downtown. I got a call saying, "Come home, there's been a fire." I asked how bad the damage was. He wouldn't tell me, just said, "You just gotta come home." I ran up, saw my mother, turned around, and then my home was in smoke, firefighters coming in. And then just like that, we were practically homeless. We didn't have a home to go to, not just my family, but like all the tenants in the place. First thing I could see was just firefighters throwing stuff, the guts of our home, just out into a pile. I was just looking at this pile, and it was just all these things like pictures, stuff from the walls, from the kitchen. The fire started due to faulty wiring under our sink. And just seeing this rubble, it was almost like a mosaic to our lives. I went upstairs, and then it literally felt like walking through hell. Just there was one floodlight just illuminating the place, and it was just such a creepy aura. I tried not to look too hard at the damage. I went straight to my room, took the shirt off my back, wrapped up as much paintings as I could, and then got out of there. I decided in spring, you know what, I'm gonna put all my eggs in this basket. I'm gonna have an art show. How can I turn something that was so bad into something good? And then it just evolved from there. I spent the summer making the largest paintings I've ever done in my life. And I also used some of the schoolwork that I made while I was still in the hotel. And slowly it became more real. I teamed up with my downstairs neighbor. He was the one who gave me the phone call when the fire happened. He was an OCAD graduate in the sculpture and installation. And after the fire, my family and two other tenants, including him, we all got a house together. And just from talking to him and getting to know him better, we decided, hey, how about we do this together? So then we both put our minds to it, and he made sculptures, I made paintings, and then come October, I had my debut art show. The show was called Burnout because our home burned down. The whole process of having to rebuild, it tires you. You feel burned out from everything that you do. It's something that just lingers like soot, you know? This was my first time curating something like this. I've never curated anything before in my life. So we wanted to tell our story. So we broke a few rules. We made all the statements in first person. We had some music to fit the atmosphere, and we told our story through our paintings and sculpture chronologically. And originally, it started off very simple as just a way to bring life to my older works that were damaged and destroyed in the fire. At first, it was just going to be artwork that survived, put on a wall, but then it morphed into something more than that. It turned into just telling our stories chapter by chapter, from the moment the fire happened to our feelings afterwards, being displaced, living in just a rough part of town in a hotel for weeks, and most importantly, the journey of acceptance afterwards, and the outreach and help that we got from the community. It really was a way to look into myself and just sort of like grab the bull by the horns, right? You can spend a lot of time trying to ignore what happened, or you could face it. And that became our way of facing what happened. And I kept telling myself that I could turn this into something good. Something good will come out of it. And I've had one person come by. He was a professor of film and media arts. He told me that art isn't necessarily a reflection of the times, but it also creates the times. And that was something that stuck with me. That someone could walk into a gallery, whether it was my show or any other show that someone will see throughout their life, and see a painting and relate to it and turn it into something, turn that idea, be inspired from it, and create something out of it. That really shifted my view of what art can be.